just want to talk to you about wholehearted living right now. Wholehearted living. And this is about living a life robustly, or as John Kennedy would say, with vigor, right? Living it according to where you want to go, with courage and drive, not necessarily making yourself crazy, but living as though you had purpose and it was engaged and it's fun sometimes, and probably not all the time. Now, I want to start by saying, if you really go for it, if you decide what you really want to do and you really try for it, there's a good chance that you'll succeed, and there's a good chance you'll fail. You can do one of two things. You can take it as a defeat, or you can take it as the beginning of your next effort. And this movement of giving and going for it does not guarantee you'll succeed. It never has. There's never been a guarantee in life that you'll succeed at everything you try. When we want community, we begin to care what other people think, and by the time we get to be a teenager, we really care what people think. And we are extremely susceptible to them rejecting us and to this sense of shaming, where we say, you didn't only fail, you're a failure. Then we take what was an action and we make it about our character or about our personality. And we internalize that criticism. And when we internalize the criticism like that, we feel shame. Because the shame is the dissociation from the people around us. In the right circumstances, in the safety of deep friendships, to confess how you have felt about this and how these circumstances and the mistakes you've made and how people treated you and how you internalized it, and to discuss it and to release it is wonderful, is healing, and sets up the conditions for the other person to also explore shame in a safe environment. And what it keeps us from having is a sense of worthiness or love. When the research was done about shame, they basically found out that the people who could develop resilience from people shaming, the critic criticizing and it going into shame instead of guilt or the need to correct, the people who could do that best were the people who felt like they were worthy as individuals to be who they were. And I think that's where the words of affirmation can be really helpful. But I also think it's where you put yourself out there and take a chance to be as authentic as you can in many situations, and to give it your all in the situations that you care about. That when you expose yourself in that way in a safe environment, or an environment that you think you can handle the rejection if it should come, when you do that, you become stronger in your ability to resist that taking criticism to compound your sense of shame. One of those acts where you recognize you made a mistake, and the best thing you can do then is to admit it and move on and to make amends. Those are what you do when you've made a mistake. You deal with it. That's the proper response to making a mistake. The improper response is to say, I'm a crummy person. I'm unworthy of love because I made a mistake. So this idea that to live wholeheartedly is to live courageously. And to live courageously, we need to be willing to put ourselves out there, and we need to be willing to fail, and we need to know how to take the criticism and the failure and put it in the bucket of I can do better, and not on the bucket of I'm no good. Now, to help you on that, the community you live and work with, the friends you hang out with, make a big difference. As it's often been said before, it's hard to fly like an eagle, when you're hanging around turkeys. Below chaos and between order and chaos, there's a level of challenge. And that is that you're stretched beyond what is comfortable. You're challenged in a way that you may not like, but it will call forth from you greater things. So then you have this area of challenge. You will be pushed to grow as fast as you can at that point. You will no longer be able to rest in the comfort of order or in the stagnant pool of stagnation. You will be pushed into something else by circumstances, or you can choose to bring new challenge into your life, which will cause you to have to grow into it. You'll have to step into something new. You'll have to be more than you are. But Buckminster Fuller said 99.9% of who you are cannot be touched or smelled. Nice combination, really. Could not be touched or smelled. 99% of who you are. So who you really are is the consciousness that is moving this being which has skin and bone and brain. And we use this 0.1% as a place of growth for that which is behind us. So if you don't use it for that, the 99 is not getting its money's worth out of being here with you. But that's your job, to come in, to grow, and to become. And when it's over, to die. The protoplasm dies. Who you are never dies. It gains from all your efforts, and nothing is ever lost.